Are we live? I think we're live now. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Watch Me Glow, where we interview women entrepreneurs. Well, I invite a couple of people, our guests.
Oh, let me flip my camera.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, still trying to figure this thing out. I'm like, wait, am I live? You don't know how many times I went on and then I exited out of the live.
Oh, really?
I was like, wait, am I on? Let me get out of here real quick. How are you? Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You're in Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah, I'm in DC right now. I'm in like the DC, Maryland area.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What's the weather like out there right now?
Oh my God, it's cold. It's like I think 34 degrees, 35 degrees. But
Oh
we're
my
supposed to have
gosh.
white Christmas, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Have you spent a Christmas out here yet?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Okay.
How is it?
I'm over here in flip-flops. I'm like, it's cold. I'm like, it's nothing compared to what it's like out there right now, right?
Yeah, no, it's really cold. It's definitely, it's kind of like being in the Bay. I can imagine like being in Yosemite or something.
Yeah.
It's just freezing out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll visit there in the summertime.
Right. No, literally. It's definitely worth a visit. I mean, like the culture is great. The area is great. There's so much to see. So,
Yeah. I haven't been out there in years. I think the last time I was there was, heck, I think I was like 7 or something.
really? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I was a baby.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was good. My dad drove us out there and well, no, I'm sorry. We flew in and then we drove around and I think he would always take us on these crazy road trips. It was like cross country. It was like ridiculous. It was There's Julie. Hey, look at you looking
Hey,
beautiful.
gorgeous girl.
Thank you
Hey,
for joining us.
of course, of course.
So, I was just talking to Ellie. She's out in Washington, D.C. right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out here in my flip-flops and a tank top.
Yeah, no, it's freezing out here.
LA today though, so
Was it? What was the high?
too it's too cold.
Too cold?
Yeah.
Sweat weather.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you guys for joining. I just kind of wanted to bring back the series. It's been a while for me since I've even done this. It's a project that I started a little while ago, interviewing female entrepreneurs and just women that are doing things outside of the box, just so that we can help each other, give each other resources and such. And I met Ellie like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
One of the events that I was a part of, I was able to participate in. And I don't know, we just kind of clicked because
Hmm.
you were like, your energy was super cool and you just popped up. You didn't know anybody there. And I
Yeah.
love when people do that. Like I've always been a big introvert. I've never really been like that, to just throw
Yeah.
myself out there and just say, I'm gonna go and meet new people. So when people do that, to me is like, I don't know. I feel like that's just so intriguing to me. So, and through you, Ellie, I was able to meet Kaylee, and
Hmm.
and we are in the works of starting another project next year. So we're working on that. You guys, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves? Ellie, why don't you start?
Um, I don't even know where to start. I moved here, or I'm here right now, but I moved to LA in February. I work remotely, so I was just like, let's do it, like let's enjoy the beaches and the mountains. I love LA County, so I was like, let me just make that move. And ever since I made the move, it's just been awesome for me. Not only like socially, but also entrepreneurially. Like there's so much inspiration everywhere. Like
Mm,
you can literally, start a business from anything. So
True.
and you see people like in real life doing it from like anything. Like I know this guy, like he's making like thousands a month selling popsicles. Like I know people who are like paying their bills, selling stickers. Like it's just a really awesome area to live in and just to be inspired by so many entrepreneurs and also having that I want to say like environmental support and
Mhm.
inspiration to like do anything. Like I have so many ideas for different events and different get-togethers that I never really felt like it was possible to do. Like in my hometown, like DC's great, but it just didn't feel like it was something that like could happen. But it just seems more feasible now, and I'm excited to get through the projects that I have planned for this year, especially our project that we have planned. It's going to be big, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out.
Heck yeah. No, so I mean, I love that. Yeah. Absolutely. We have some big things that are going to be happening. And I love that I mean, we'll get into that a little bit later, which is our topic for tonight
Mhm.
is talking about change. Kaylee, what about you? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, about me. Unlike Ellie, I had no like goal to move to Los Angeles. But I was very fond of it years back. My sister acts out here, and so I would come to visit her years back when she was in acting and for her acting graduation. And I love the city. I was like, wow, look at all these opportunities. But I was still living in Louisiana, and I had no intention coming here, but then my mom surprised me with a one-way ticket to Los Angeles to visit my sister. Just so happened the same week the pandemic shut the world down.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, what will I do with this? Let's try to live here. So with all of the odds against me, I just went, started on finding different ways to make money because back home in a small town, there's compared to out here, the opportunity is crazy, the difference. Like, so it was a culture shock all around the board. It was just like, wow,
Yeah.
people are literally making a living from doing what? Like
Yeah.
I said, popsicles, like people are, it's insane. So when you come here and you come with that mindset of entrepreneurship, and it's like, this is literally the place for people who are open-minded and want to make money and see a better vision for themselves. This is the place to be.
Yeah.
And so I found myself being in that place. And of course, it wasn't expected, but you make the most of what you have. And so I've just been doing it since the pandemic, and I like it here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you guys been here?
Uh,
I mean, I know 2 years for you, Katie, right? From the
yeah,
pandemic.
2, 3 years.
Okay. And Ellie?
it's about to be my 1 year anniversary in February.
Woo! So
Almost.
you're a fresh meat out here. That's
Uh,
awesome. Well, I mean, that's like hats off to you both for making the move, for making the jump, because I mean, like, LA is intimidating. LA is an intimidating place to be. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity, of course, absolutely. But then there, for me anyway, I can only speak for myself. Like, it could be intimidating. It's sometimes I feel like I still feel like I'm a small fish in a big pond, but like, I think the mindset of coming here or going to a new place and just having that mindset of making a change or making something happen or like just taking it by the reins and going forth with it is the big thing for me. But what do you guys think was your mindset like after being here and not being like intimidated by it?
oh, you want to start, Kaylee?
I'll start. Being the fact that I came during the pandemic, um,
Hmm.
I feel like nothing intimidated me after that. Because I was like, you're living in one of the most expensive places in the world,
Right?
pandemic, without, like, you came, like, literally with only a suitcase of essential items. So
Hmm.
it's like anything following that, I was like, intimidation zero, like nothing. So it's like, I love the time that I moved here, and 2020 really shifted a lot of people's mindsets. And I'm
Mhm.
one of those people. I've always been open-minded, but 2020 showed me that, literally you can do anything. You could overcome anything. So that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There were big changes for a lot of people, for a lot of businesses, if you had to like pivot and you had to make things work, like there was a lot of businesses that, man, it was like they pivoted so quickly and were able to just function and make it work. I mean, granted, there were a lot of businesses, unfortunately, that didn't. But I feel like you have to be like that in life, in business too, but like in life especially, like you have to be able to foresee the changes coming sometimes, and I don't know if you guys got had a chance to read that book or to listen to that book. Who moved my cheese?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you kind of have to like foresee the changes. I know there were in my life, there have been times where, there were some changes, some unexpected changes in my life. I got laid off, and there's been a whole bunch of things that have happened to me, and I wasn't ready, and I didn't foresee the changes coming, or I didn't plan for it, and I got too comfortable. I was like in my cocoon of comfort. So for me, it was kind of like it was drastic and it was scary, and it just knocked me over, it came and it just knocked me on my feet. I mean, off my feet. And like, it took me a while to get myself back up. So for me, to hear that from other people is like, I like applaud you so much. I love that. I love to hear when people are able to do that, or when, now that in hindsight, I'm like, okay, I should have, lesson learned there on that one. Moving forward in life, I know, there's a lot of things that can knock me down, and for me to be able to foresee that. What about you, Ellie? Like, how do you feel about the changes?
Um, I think it was okay. So for me, because I was working remotely before I moved, like it was a bit of an easier transition. Like I shipped my car and I shipped, the things that I wanted to move, like
Mhm.
take with me. But it was definitely a challenge making friends because I wasn't working in an office. Like I had to actively join groups and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was what I needed because that was like what I was like dreaming of. That's what I was manifesting, like learning how to surf or going on like joining a hiking group, or I had like this dream of joining like a cycling group. I haven't done that yet, but that's on my 2023 list. Um,
Oh,
but
okay.
it just thank you. It just gave me the opportunity to like join all these really cool groups because like that's one thing that, like DC has those groups for sure. Like the meetup groups are A1, but LA just takes it to like a different level. Like they're organized,
Yeah.
they're on time, people meet up like every week.
Oh,
It's
they're committed.
they're committed. They're committed. And I feel like a lot of people are in the same situation where they don't necessarily want to work in the office, but
Hmm.
working in the office makes it a little bit easier to make friends, but you don't actually want to be there. So like for the people that are like choosing to work remotely or choosing to even work a 9 to 5 in general, it just makes it like cool to meet like-minded people
Hmm.
or like people who have similar interests as you. Like Kaylee created a group that like that's how we met was she created a group for women in LA, and I thought that was like super beautiful because it was crazy. Like the group didn't have any like specifications or anything. It wasn't just like interests or whatever. But when we met, like it seemed like everyone kind of had like similar interests and we kind of clicked, and it was just like a really great vibe. So and it was kind of like how you and I met, Vanessa. Like we just met and like clicked, you know what I mean? And it was just like I was so inspired by you, like by your business, by like your drive, by like you're just always like so positive and so like ready to go. You're like on it. So I really admire that. And just like moving here, I've just like met so many people who just inspire me in different ways. So
It's funny. I think that when you have that mindset and when you're ready to manifest that, I kind of feel like you attract that. You know what I mean? Because, like I said before, I was like super introvert. Like, I was like seriously awkward, socially awkward, like really
yeah.
in a bad way.
Oh,
Um, But I think once you're ready to start like manifesting those things is when you start attracting like it's almost like you magnetize that, you know?
Hmm.
So Kaylee, tell me a little bit more about this group that you created.
Oh, so one of the hardest things I had to adjust to moving here was community. I was like, this place is beautiful and it has every single thing, but the one thing that is very important for any place, the community, I didn't feel it. And I
Mhm.
know 2020 played a huge role in like society, and I know that, so that definitely put a hammer on a lot of things. But it's like I just feel like everything's so spread out in Los Angeles that it takes so much to get everyone in one space because everyone's doing their own thing and focus on getting the money just to live here because so I
Oh
just
yeah.
to like create like a safe space for women specifically, like a sisterhood, because I'm like I'm looking all over for this. Why don't I just create it? So
Good for
how I met
you.
Ellie.
Yeah, right. I love that.
So that's my mindset on a lot of things. If you need something and you want something, stop looking for it. Just make it your own. So
Mhm.
that was like the beginning stages of the groups I want to create. So that's
Forming it.
yeah, that's the beginning of it.
Interesting. Now, have you guys always been like this? Have you guys always been like with this drive of like, I'm just gonna hop, you know, ship my car over to LA. I'm just gonna start this group if I want it, why not create it? Have you guys always been like that, or is this something like that, like something happened that made your mindset shift into this?
I think I've always been open minded, and then I have a background in sports, so I've
Mm.
always had that you gotta go up to the finish line, you know, type attitude. But
Yeah,
funny, I swear to you, 2020 just sprinkled the little thing on
it's like
my
fire under your
eye.
ass.
It was like we survived the pandemic. I could do whatever the hell I want. So
Yeah.
Nice.
that's how I
Love,
felt.
love it. What
Yeah.
about you, Ellie?
I've kind of always been, since I was younger, I kind of always like made groups and stuff. But
Hmm.
definitely during college, I was not on that type of time. Even like the couple of years after college, I was just focusing on hanging out with my friends or, just like little things here and there. I've always kind of been the friend to like throw the New Year's Eve party or like the Christmas party and stuff, but I definitely wasn't the person to plan like a 500 person Valentine's Day party or, create a women's group like Haley's doing. Like, it's definitely, I feel like moving out here, just like seeing other people just say like F it, like I'm gonna do it. Like it's so
Yeah.
inspiring. Like you talk to anybody. Like you just stop and talk to anybody and like just ask them like, hey, like what's going on in your life? Like tell me about yourself. And they'll just tell you like the most crazy things. Like I know like this girl, like she literally like just has event spaces, and she just like
Mhm.
makes money off of that. Like people are doing some people are doing what they want to do, and then some people are doing things that like they may not want to do, but it makes them a lot of money. But it's not the average 9 to 5. Like you don't really meet people who are just like, uh,
Like in the
just
box, like doing
box.
the
Yeah,
norm. Yeah.
exactly. And like being in that box can be good depending on like what point in your life you're at. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
there was a point in my life where like that box was like really good. Like I
Hmm.
I was happy with my job. I was
Yeah.
happy with, like my degree. I was like, yeah, I'm chilling. But like you kind of get to a place in your life where you're like, okay, I'm claustrophobic. Like get me out of here. Like I need to do more. I need to
Hmm.
experience more. Like you just wake up one day and you're like, this body that I have, like this human experience is not by chance. Like this is like I'm
Mm.
so grateful for it and I want to like use this instrument, this vessel that I have to just like do everything I want to do. And whatever
Hmm.
I want, like Kaylee said, like I want community. Why don't I just create it? You know what I mean? Like that type of drive, you don't always have it throughout your life, but when you have it, like just act on it.
Absolutely.
Amen to that. That
Yeah.
was beautiful. I 100% agree with you. I mean, I feel like, and if you, this is my personal opinion. I feel like if you don't act on it, like living with that regret is like a silent killer. You know what I mean? It just kind of like chips away at you every day. Because I've been there too, like where it was just like, man, I just feel like I'm stuck. I'm not, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. I could be doing, I know I have the potential to do something else. And to not act on it is like a silent, silent killer. Matt,
Yeah.
I applaud you. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about our project that we have coming up. We got some big things cooking, for next year. Next year is going to be, it's expected to be beautiful and exciting. And, we have, an event coming up in February, and we've been working on it a little bit. We have some big things in the cooker. So you guys want to talk about it a little bit and just kind of give a little peep as to what we're working on, or
Yeah, sure. We're throwing like a massive Valentine's Day event. And it's targeted towards, those who are single, but it's definitely for pretty much everyone. We're planning speed dating, I think we are. Did we say that? Or did we cross? Some things are still in the works.
we're still in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be working with you ladies. I know, like, for me, this is going to be my first big event. I do events where I'm not exactly hosting, I'm like co-hosting, but not really. So this is going to be my first experience with a big event like this. And, like along with our theme of change and just kind of doing things outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to do it with you guys, and I'm excited to go on this new journey with you ladies. So I have a feeling though it's going to be great. It's going to be grand, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. So where can we find you ladies on Instagram?
You can find me at @justeliana_.
You can find me at Kaylee Jean.
You guys have any websites or anything?
No, I don't have a website.
No, not yet.
Not yet. We're still working on that. And we definitely we'll be announcing our big event that's coming up in February soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to have talked with you about this. And like I said, I just do these episodes just to like be a resource and to hopefully touch someone out there that's like going through change, or like I know like I'm like, how old am I? 41. I've experienced some things, and I know that sometimes you feel like you're alone. Sometimes you feel like you're just not, nobody's ever gonna feel what I'm feeling or going through what I'm going through. So, sometimes you have those feelings, and just to hear other people's stories, sometimes it's a little bit of an inspiration. It's a little bit of motivation, and you never know who's listening, who's watching. So, I hope whoever's watching this will get a little something out of it. And anything else you guys want to throw out there for us, for our audience?
Other than I'm throwing a New Year's Eve party on 31st at 8:30. Still kind of like getting everything, all the logistics together, but I'll have more information about it soon.
Okay.
But
go after what you want. Go after what you want. Don't let anyone's disbeliefs or perceptions stray you. That's all. That's up to them.
Yep, that's none of your business.
Do you?
yeah.
That is none of your business. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. It was good talking to you. I will be talking to you ladies soon.
Thank you.
Much love, of course, and keep shining. Love you, ladies.
Bye.
Good night. Bye, everybody.